So you're thinking of moving to the Tanque Verde Valley in Tucson, Arizona, but you kind of want to know the good, the bad, and everything in between before you do? Well, hang around, because in this video, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of living in the Tanque Verde Valley. And if you hang around till the end, we'll even tell you about a hidden beach here in the Tanque Verde area. So you won't want to miss that. Let's get to it. If you're new to this channel and you want to learn everything from A to Z about living in Tucson, AZ, then click subscribe and tap that bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Tucson, Arizona. Hi, I'm Jennifer Smith, and this is my husband,
Justin Smith.
And we've helped hundreds of people just like you move to
and from
Tucson, Arizona. So whether you're moving in 12 days, 12 weeks, or 12 months, give us a call, shoot us a text or an email, and let us help you make a smooth move to Tucson, Arizona. All right, so as I mentioned, we are out here in the Tanque Verde Valley in Tucson, Arizona today to go over the good, the bad, and everything in between. First off, Tanque Verde area is just northeast of Tucson by about 15 minutes. It is a non-incorporated but census designated area. If you've watched our other videos, including our Tanque Verde vlog video, Tanque Verde is ranked as number 5 best suburbs in Arizona to raise a family, number 8 best suburbs in Arizona to buy a home, and number 3 in Tucson for best school district. All of that's according to niche.com, great resource that we recommend to our clients if you have questions about this area or any of the other suburbs around Tucson. So moving into the pros, let's talk about our first pro. All right, so pro number 1, I would say, is you get a very rural feeling in this area without being too far from any of your main amenities. So you still have a lot of shopping and dining in the area, restaurants. If you're looking for some good restaurants to check out, some of our favorites include Fortunato's, which is a locally owned deli and has some of the best sandwiches. They even have specials every week that generally sell out. They are so good. Another good one is the Barnyard, which we'll show you some pictures of here. And the Barnyard is great for, you know, if you have family or even just adults. They have cornhole, they have giant Connect 4, giant Jenga, a big chalkboard to draw on, and just a good indoor-outdoor space for eating. If you're looking for a good local coffee shop, we recommend Le Buzz. I've stopped in there several times when I'm in the area to just grab a quick coffee, or if you want food, they also have some great food options as well. Moving on to pro number 2, I would say pro number 2 for the Tanque Verde area, similar to Vail, if you've watched our Vail videos, is the amount of outdoor activities. So there are a lot of great ATV trails. There's a lot of great hiking trails in the area to explore. We even have, you know, Tanque Verde Falls if you want to go on a great hike with water at the end after, you know, a good monsoon. The rest of the year it's pretty dry, unfortunately. Then there's also horseback riding, and then some great golf communities as well if you'd like to play golf. I was a golfer throughout high school and part of college, and actually Sabino Springs was our home course. So it's a beautiful course, a little challenging if you want to check that out and you're into golf. Along the outdoor activities, there's also Mount Lemmon, which is a short drive from the Tanque Verde area. It's actually the closest right here to Mount Lemmon. So if you want to go explore, there's more hiking up there. There's a restaurant. They have the ski lift up there. Just really cool area to check out if you have not been up to Mount Lemmon. And that leads us into pro number 3, which is the weather, which allows us to have such great outdoor activities. Granted, it is super hot during the summer and a lot of people like to hide inside. For the most part, you know, we don't have to worry about snow. We have our monsoon season, July through about September, where, you know, it'll rain on and off and you may get trapped in somewhere for a day or 2 tops if we get a really good monsoon, but more than likely everything clears out pretty quick, and you know, you just get to enjoy it cooling things off for a little bit. The other great part about monsoons is all of the hiking trails that lead to places with water. So where you might not actually see that running constantly, the waterfalls, we do have them in Tucson, especially in the Tanque Verde area and up Mount Lemmon, that you would want to check out after a good rain. Just got to be careful for those flash floods that come through, so watch out for rain in the surrounding areas. All right, and pro number 4 is the mountain views. As you can see around me, The Tanque Verde area is just bordered by the Santa Catalinas to the north and the Rincon Mountains behind me here to the east. So no matter where you are, generally you're gonna have pretty amazing mountain views throughout the valley. So if you're looking for a property that has some amazing mountain views, it won't be hard to find. In my opinion, most of the properties in this area have some great mountain views from either the front or the back, or if you're lucky, all sides. All right, so for this portion of the video, we actually came over here to the first pull-off at Mount Lemon, just so you can get a full picture of some of the Tanque Verde area behind me. It's just so gorgeous. You can see how green it is. And then let's go ahead and talk about our next pro for the Tanque Verde area, which I would consider to be the traffic, because there's more roads in and out of the area, and it is a little bit more of a, rural kind of area. With a lot of established properties, there's not a lot of new building going on. The traffic really isn't bad in that area, and you're not going to sit there during rush hour like a lot of the other parts of Tucson, although not as much compared to Phoenix overall. Another great thing about the Tanque Verde area is the amount of property you can get. So if you are looking for a home with some acreage and you like horse property, you're looking for horse property, or even if you don't want horses, just being able to kind of spread out a little bit. There's not as many of your cookie cutter neighborhoods throughout. There are some, and if you want, if you're looking for a community like that, there's golf communities, there's lakes at Castle Rock, there's a lot of communities that do have homes that are more your contemporary feel, single story, two story, a little bit closer together on the lots. But if you are looking to spread out, you want some property, you want to bring your toys, this is probably one of the better areas to look at, because you have all those options in the Tanque Verde area. All right, now for this last one, I consider it a pro. Some people may consider it a con though. So we'll kind of throw it in the category of pro and con, and that would be the wildlife. I love the wildlife. As long as you respect nature, you should be fine, but we do get, anywhere from like snakes and scorpions, jackrabbits, roadrunners, up to, coyotes, bobcats, mountain lions, and even in some of the areas close to Tanque Verde, up Mount Lemon area and kind of over into your Oro Valley area, you may even see some bears. Another one that not everybody is lucky enough to see that we do have here is bighorn sheep. So consider yourself lucky if you do get to see one of those while you're here in Tucson. One of the things to be cautious about with the wildlife is if you have little dogs, watching out for things like owls, hawks, and definitely snakes and scorpions in the area. You don't want to leave your trash out anywhere, because although it's fun to see javelina, it is not fun to have them make a mess of your yard with trash all over the place, because they absolutely will get into it. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about cons. I would say the first con for the Tanque Verde area is going to be commute. So while you have amenities that are close by for anything that you may need, if you need to commute to, say, Davis-Monthan Air Force Base or Raytheon or the airport, or even downtown Tucson, you're going to be looking at anywhere between 30 to 60 minutes depending on traffic. So that can be quite a bit of time. Unfortunately, there's no main freeway that runs through Tucson in this area. Our main freeway is going to be I-10, which is on the southern area of Tucson. So even to get to I-10 from the Tanque Verde area, it's going to take you a good 30 to 40 minutes depending on traffic. Another con I want to bring up is just the lack of indoor activities for the area. So while we talked about one of the pros for the area being the outdoor activities, that's great. Unfortunately, it is hot in Tucson during the summer, and not everybody wants to be outside. If you're hiking, it can be pretty tough, even going out on the ATV. So unfortunately, in the Tanque Verde area, there's not a lot to do indoor-wise, besides, restaurants and whatnot, but there's not really gonna be any indoor activities, not like close malls, bowling alleys, rock climbing, anything like that. Unfortunately, it's just not really in the area. Another con for the area, I would say, is the home prices. So because you can get more land and there's some nice homes in the area, great mountain views, location, right? You do pay a price for that. So the median home price in the area right now is just over $600,000. While you can find some homes in the $400,000 range, you can also go well up into the millions in this area. And there's not a lot of options. Another con, there's not a lot of options listings for townhomes or condos in the area. You may find some, but there's really not a big selection in this particular area of Tucson. The last con for the area, I would say, and again, it depends on your preferences, is just that the homes tend to be a little bit older. While there is still some new construction in the area, overall, it's a pretty well-established area. So a lot of the houses are older. You'll see a lot of the older ranch style homes. And even when you get into the tract home subdivisions, a lot of them were built, 15, 20, 25 years ago. So the good thing is most people are starting to update their homes. So you do have that at least, but overall the houses themselves are going to be a little on the older side. All right, so if you stuck with us until the end of this video, first of all, thank you. Second of all, I told you we'd tell you about a beach in Tucson, which no, we are not close to the ocean, unfortunately. But what we do have here is a great hike through Tanque Verde Falls. And at the end of it, especially after we've gotten a good rain, generally only after we've gotten a good rain, you can enjoy the beach area and even a nice waterfall. So something we've done personally quite a bit, and we love it. We love the area, and we would love for you to check it out. So if you have any questions, you're thinking about moving here, or you know somebody who's thinking about moving to anywhere in Tucson, or even from anywhere in Tucson, we would be happy to help. Give us a call, shoot us a text or an email, and let us help you make a smooth move to Tucson, Arizona. As always, if you found this video helpful, make sure that you like, subscribe, and tap that bell for notifications so we can keep you updated on the current market in Tucson, Arizona. And that's all we have for this video. We'll catch you on the next one.